welcome to Life with Zara. And this episode is called RIP to my 20s. Since it is the last month, we'll be 29. But anyway, today is a little bit of a sit-down video. I almost gave up, and I'm telling myself just push to 7 videos and then you get the hang of it. Because guys, life is insane. Today I'm just going to talk about being 9 months postpartum. So a little background, this is my third child and I really thought that this is just going to be a child added to the family, and at the same time I was so scared, like how I'm going to love another child. I'm not going to lie, like what did I put myself into, because I'm so obsessed with the two, and I'm, the coolness of my eyes, mashallah, and like how am I gonna make space for another child, you guys? Like how am I gonna love them individually? And you guys, I'm quite obsessed. That's so insane. Just a little side note, like I feel like mothers, we have over enough love for all our kids. Like if you ever come across having thoughts like that, don't worry, you will be okay. So this year started off great, vibrant and very positive, even though I wasn't in a great state of mind. Fun fact, nobody knew that. I actually went early back to work. I went back to work at 2 months. For those that don't know, I've been working since the age of 16. Even though I was in school, I always had the need and the hunger of being independent. I think it was drilled in me from a young age. So I would go to school and I would work. Being a parent, that has never changed. I'm only now in the you need to have your own business phase in my life, because my husband has been drilling that mindset into me, because it wasn't planted, like independence was, like the need of making your own money was. So because otherwise I had so much free time and I could have just used this free time to think about things, to like start my own business while raising my kids. Because now, remember, I went back at 2 months because I couldn't deal with being at home. Even though I had a baby, even though I had my first C-section, I just felt like I need to go work. Like my mental health was just, it was just not healthy. I felt that work would fix it all, but it made everything worse. Number one, I couldn't focus. I couldn't keep shit in my brain. It just couldn't stay. So it took, and I was brilliant before I went on maternity, and then coming back, it was such a shit show. And then crying every day because I feel like such a bad mother, because I'm working and my baby needs me more. What am I doing? And then, like, I remember I have goals. That's also why I went to work, because I just want to achieve these goals, because at the end of the day, it's going to benefit my kids, So I was crying every day. I was phoning my husband. I was just not talking to anybody, and I was just sad. I was so sad, and I just felt so down. Like, what am I doing with my life? I don't even know. Like, I have kids and I'm not raising my kids, and I'm working. Bear in mind, we live in a country where the best thing for your household, and depending if you want a lifestyle, is to have for the least 2 incomes, because I just couldn't deal with being at home and raising kids and just like being a housewife and just depending on my man. I know that sounds wrong, but we all are just wired differently, and the sooner you embrace that, the better. This is just gonna be all over the place. I'm just speaking from my heart. So went back to work, felt like shit. Work couldn't stick. Was a shit show, because I left with a great image, like I can, like, with a different mindset, and I came back and I was just hormonally effed up. Like, it was a shit show. I remember I uploaded a video on YouTube and on TikTok of me crying. I just want my boys. I was so broken that time, and I deleted the video from TikTok because I didn't like all the comments of people like basically telling me how everything is going to be okay and it's going to be fine. Because sometimes when we have breakdowns, it's just because we're human. We're not really seeking attention or comfort. We're just expressing ourselves. And I didn't like that. So that's why I also stopped making YouTube videos, because I felt like I wasn't in the best mental state of mind. Sorry if I'm talking fast. I have like 30 minutes before I have to get like go for work, and I have 3 manual cars to park out the driveway before I get to my automatic mom car, and it is just so stressful. Manual cars, like driving. So I'm like stressing even though I passed out manual. Anyway, where was I? Break from YouTube, and I was on TikTok, and I was just pretending all these months that I was okay, but I was not. And I tried not to create content, but I had major FOMO, like watching other moms post and stuff like that. But I want to tell you guys, like, yeah, it was like, there's some things I can't even talk about, but mentally I was just not okay, and I was just not myself, and then I got myself also in a very dark space. And then when I come home, I just pretend to be okay for the kids, and it comes naturally now. Like, I have this thing where no matter what happens outside, the moment I get home, I just leave my shit by the gate. I trained my brain, and then so when I come home, it's like, assalamu alaikum. It's just a vibe. Mommy's home. It's just fun. We're gonna cook, we're gonna talk, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna act goofy, and we're gonna laugh. Like, that's just the vibe every night. But then I'm going through I just almost broke. I almost broke like a month ago, because everything was just becoming too much. Let me just pull. Everything was just becoming too much. It was like home life, like I'm stressing about keeping the house clean, about feeding my kids a proper meal each and every night, and I'm still breastfeeding, and I'll breastfeed until my son's like 2, and then I still have goals. I still love myself so much. I'm not pushing myself aside. Like, I have to work out for my mental health. I have to do things that makes me happy, and then that, right, and then I have to go to work, and I have to remember shit, and the type of job I do, there's no room for mistakes, and you really need to be able to work under pressure, right? So there was a time where, like, I was just like, I can't with work, I can't with my life, and I can't with myself. Right, I'm basically 3 people. It's all about me as an individual mom, wife, and then worker bitch. Independent worker bitch. So I just couldn't. And you know, sometimes, like, as a mother and as a wife, you look after everyone, and it's just like, not everybody has the privilege of having people to look after them, or even saying, hey, are you okay? Or just like, sometimes you just need a flippin' hug. Like, that's all I need. I don't need it from outside people, but from the people that I love the most. Like, just to say, hey, keep up the good work, you're doing great, you know. And what has also helped me, and I hope you guys listening to this, that it will help whoever out there, is like really finding friends that you can talk to. And if you feel like you have major anxiety, because that's also what happens with this whole post-partum, it's different shit. You get it in different levels. I feel, alhamdulillah, that I still got it okay, even though in the moment I felt like it wasn't okay. Sorry again if I'm talking too fast. You need to talk to people. Don't store things up here. You need to talk to people. There was a time where I would stop on the N1, and I would just like get out my car and just scream my lungs out, because like, I'm working towards something. I'm being consistent. I feel like I'm breaking certain generational curses to the core, right? But at the same time, I'm making mistakes. So to me, making mistakes means like, you're not that great, you're not doing that great as you think you are, as you burnt out as you are, but you're not doing that great. And I'm very hard on myself, because damn, I'm human, I'm allowed to make mistakes. That's not like in the workplace. In my personal life, like, just taking shit out on the wrong people, on the people that I actually love, on the people that actually makes me feel like this is a beautiful life, even though life is not perfect. Not knowing how to deal with your frustrations and anger. But I've partially got out the negativity. I'm going to tell you about the things that I've done that made myself feel better. Less screen time. You are not missing out on anything, especially if you are a content creator. If you need a break, have the break. Number 2, do things that make you really and truly happy. Mine was running and being in nature. I would hike, even take the kids, no excuses. Your mental health is no excuses, just do what you have to do. Socializing, I felt the need to socialize. You go through different stages. At that time, I felt the need to socialize as much as I can. I even had like a costume party for the kids just to socialize, threw a birthday party for my son just to socialize, and there you go, baby. Just to socialize, like whatever your soul feels, because you go through so many different phases, whatever in that time your soul needs, you need to feed it, right? Also started like doing more religious things, learning more about my religion in order to just keep me calm and to educate myself in that point in time. That was what I needed, and that's what I do need. Sorry guys if this is all over the place. I don't like making videos like this, like all over the place. Socializing, went to work events outside of work, put in the effort. There would be times that you say yes to things and then you don't go. Do go. Force yourself. Had a girls' night, just like making myself feel good, whatever I need. I'm in my family era now where I realize that my family time is important, and my foundation that I need to lay while my kids are small, and me and my hubby and me and my mom, like me and my dad and the dad side of the family. And I'm in my family era, like where I just want a strong foundation, a strong village, respectful village, and just putting in the work and realizing that I am the head, and I have accepted my role and my responsibility as a human, as a mother, as a daughter, as a wife, as a caretaker, as a stranger to people that have less than me. I'm there to help. That's just my mindset right now. Like, you need to accept who you are, what your purpose is, and you need to make shit work. Because remember, having kids young and getting married young, it takes a while to, this topic is just all over. It takes a while to like basically accept things, because you are consistently learning and evolving. And some of us, we don't have a strong family structure, or we don't come from a healthy family background. So we are learning. There is nothing guiding us, right? Some people would say, yes, you need to probably go to either Quran, you need to go do this and this. Correct. At the end of the day, there is no one in a physical form for some of us to say, this is wrong, this is right, I'm here to guide you, I'm here to help you. You need to figure it out. You need to put on your big man jockey, panties, whatever, and you need to make shit work. And it is really tough. And I feel like there's gonna be a part 2 in this. This was so therapeutic, alhamdulillah, and so all over the place, but for those that get it. And I'm in this, okay, so now with all the craziness that happened, ending of this video, I'm reading this book called Cleaning Out My Mental Health, where it teaches you about depression and anxiety, and that is not a label, that is not a disease, and it's actually warning signals when your body is telling you you can't cope, when you start this and that, and how some people can see it coming and some people cannot. Just to be aware, so I can also help other people in the future. And as I am raising my own family and have family members that I love so dearly, I feel it's important for me to educate myself on this, because this is something that comes on long and that people don't talk about and that people don't take seriously. So guys, this book is so worth it. I got it at PNA in Tiger Valley Mall. They only had like 3 left. It's like 300 Rand. It is so worth it. It is so worth it. If you're interested, if you love reading, if you want less screen time and you just want to calm down, I read in my lunch and I just like, I'm away, I'm gone, and it's a great feeling. So I've been reading, I've been accepting my role as a human and my purpose, and there needs to be a part 2 in this video. And I hate saying my, because I actually want to make a video where you guys can relate as well, and where it's not about me, where I'm just like talking about me. But I hope, because I didn't think this through and I didn't write anything down, that what I've just said, that just came as I spoke, can really relate with anybody out there. It's okay to feel down. It's okay to not feel your best. It's okay for whatever you're going through. But you need to decide if you're going to be a victim or if you're going to be a survivor of your own life. Thank you so much. Subscribe.